I just want to have you start getting the idea. You're an energetic being. I've talked about this, okay, and I've used the word energy a lot. But for me, energy isn't what I learned in metaphysics. And because those people would talk about energy and they go, oh, it's got a bad energy. It's got a good energy. This is wonderful energy. Oh my God. Oh my God, this energy feels like I'm on fire. And I was like, I never got it. I was like, I don't sense any of that. I'm obviously an idiot. I obviously don't get energy. So I don't really want to be in the energetic realm. And so what I've learned since then, especially in facilitating other people, actually I learned when Gary Douglas came into my office and asked for a chiropractic session and said I needed to go to the third level, but I was only doing level 1 and 2. And I said, I just started studying that. And he knew I was lying. He said, look, ask my body what it wants. Follow the energy. You will know what to do. So I'm like, okay. And I got kind of excited. This is the first person who ever said to me, I would know what to do. So let me tell you, you will know what to do. You will know what to choose. You will know what to choose to get exactly where you want to go. This I know. Everything that doesn't allow you to know it, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. This journey gives me more space and energy. Yay! Awesome. Oh, thanks, Paula. She said, everyone needs a Dain in their life. Oh, I adore you. And can you imagine, just for a moment, can you just sense how wonderful this is for me? Because I look back on where I was 20 years ago and I always wanted to contribute to people and like help people and make their worlds better, you know? And it's happening. Yay. So I wonder what it is you had 20 years ago, 50 years ago, whenever, that may actually be possible for you to actualize. Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive the possibility, will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and poc, all 9, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So when I talk to energy, I do that too, actually, but not really talk. You can't really talk to energy. I mean, you can, but it's more of an energetic conversation with energy, okay? So when I talk about energy, for me, it's actually very pragmatic and very practical. And it's one of the missing elements in navigating our lives and navigating the world. What do I mean by that? Well, I gave you the example of when you wake up and you're on cloud 9 and you're just like, yes, I can go and do anything. That's one energy. That energy has a massive space to it. And in that space, because you're choosing as and from that space, seems like miracles occur because that space creates more space. Well, when you're in a very contracted energy, you hit snooze alarm 27 times, you don't want to get up, you just want to bury your head in the covers. That is a totally different space. And that has very little space. That's a totally different energy. And that has very little space to it. And so think about, okay, so those are two different examples of energy. Do y'all get that? Y'all get that, right? You know, those are two different things. Well, that's energy. I mean, on a very rudimentary, it's a fundamental level, but that's energy. One energy is different than the other. And the more you be more of the spacious energy, the more things can show up with ease. How do we get there? Who does this belong to? Poc and pod. Oh, another one. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory 10 times in the morning and 10 times in the evening. Okay. And then another one is getting over our judgments of right and wrong, of everything in the world, and getting over our fixed points of view. Oh boy, I'll talk to you more about that in a moment because we have a tool called Interesting Point of View. I have this point of view, but let me talk to you about energy a little bit more for a moment. Have you ever hugged somebody and it felt like your whole universe just went? And then have you ever hugged somebody that was like hugging a rock on legs and you felt like a rock on legs after hugging them and you're like, ooh, why did I do that? And you just kind of wanted to tap them like, what is wrong with you? What? Stuff it up. Like, what is, okay. So what I'm trying to point out is we all actually are aware of energy, even if we don't think we are. And some of the people that I've met that think they get energy the least and think they don't know about the flow of energy and they don't have a sense of when somebody is lying or when they're not, or when something is light or heavy, is because when they were younger, or maybe some other lifetime, who knows, when they were younger, they were so sensitive and they had so much energy directed at them, either by being made wrong or by abuse or some situation that occurred in their life, like falling or a car accident, or they thought they were going to die, like emotional or physical. They got so much energy from something that they decided that if they're going to survive, they need to shut it off. So how many of you who think you don't get energy and don't get the awareness of energy actually at one point in the past had so much awareness of energy and had such a level of sensitivity that it seemed like you might even die or cease to exist if you didn't cut it off. Everything that is, and then everything you did to cut it off, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, I'm bringing that up because if you can start to step into the awareness of the subtlety of energy, navigating your world miraculously becomes possible and actually easy. What? What? Dr. Dain, what you been smoking? I have not been smoking anything. So there. I'm high on consciousness crap. That's what's happening. Okay, so once again, everywhere you decided that you don't get energy, and everywhere you were told you don't get energy, and everywhere you were like me with people who made it so significant to prove that they got things that other people didn't, except there was no energy behind it, so you couldn't perceive it because it wasn't real, because they were making it up and making it significant to prove that they were the most significant metaphysical person or spiritual person or whatever the heck it was. Will you destroy and uncreate all that, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, so here's what I would like to do is I would like to run you through a really quick thing that hopefully will be very helpful in the creation of your future. Okay, so actually, one other thing I'd like you to do before we do that. You know how I had you write down one thing, one dream and one creation? What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to write down 5 dreams you had as a kid. Okay, and just see 2 things. One is, do you still have that dream? And of course, it may be modified in some way, okay, because as you get more awareness. But when you have a dream like that, what you want to do is you want to modify it upward and greater, not downward and lesser, okay? So 5 things you dreamed about as a kid. Look and see how much of that has shown up. And for what hasn't shown up, ask, do I still desire this in a different way? That's using your previous you. Now, what I'd like you to do, and I know I haven't given you time to do that, okay? But I want to move this along here. Now what I'd like you to do is I would like you to get that you that was the being that came into this body before you got to the body, like in that moment where you were being before you entered the body, because in actuality, you're an infinite being, which means if I ask you right now, close your eyes and go out and expand out a mile in all directions. Okay, there you are. Okay, now 10 miles. There you are, now 100 miles. There you are, now 1,000 miles. There you are, now 100,000 miles. There you are, now 1,000,000 miles. There you are, now 1,000,000,000 miles. There you are. Do you realize that wherever I ask you to go, there you are? Now, I know it's kind of an energetic thing, and some of you are like, I didn't get it. That's fine, don't worry about it. But if you can be that, could a being, see, that's your being that does that, not your body. Your body's still here, right? So could a being that big fit inside of a body this small? No, your body is actually inside of you, the being. So don't try to figure that out logically. It doesn't fit logic. It actually does, but it's a different logic that I don't have time to explain right now. So what I'd like you to do is get the sense of the being you were before you came into this body. Look at the list of dreams, or get the sense of 1 or 2 of those dreams. Did that being have the ability to actualize those dreams? The answer, of course, is hell yeah. Okay? That being had the ability, but then you came into the body. What happened between that being coming into the body and now, and the time that those dreams were no longer actualizable? I'll tell you what happened. You bought this reality, because this reality functions basically like an artificial intelligence system. It functions from constructs. It functions from algorithms, even though you wouldn't call them that, because you don't think you have a little computer in your head, that kind of thing. But it's more like we learn the right formula and continue to repeat the formula. We learn what is and is not possible, primarily from our parents and then from other people around us. We learn what we can dream about and what we can't by what other people are okay with us dreaming about and what we can't, and what they're not okay with us dreaming about. And in so doing, we construct a reality out of the most limited parts of other people's realities, because we're constructing our reality not for greatness, not for difference, not for being a dreamer, not for fulfilling those dreams. but for making sure that we are not judged and made wrong, and making sure that we can fit in at least enough so that we're not seen as some crazy creature from the Black Lagoon that has 8 heads and tentacles and tails and is blue and 25 feet tall. Everything that is, everything you did to institute that and create that, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all 9, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do something right now. What you want to do is it's a 1, 2, 3. It's a way, I know I knew this should be possible when I was a little kid. There's a way of changing any energy, okay? What you want to do is you want to gather energy between your hands. I don't usually do it between my hands, but it can be easier to find it this way. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to change where you did that. Now, are we going to get all of it? I don't know. For some of you, maybe. For some of you, it'll feel like the tiniest amount. For some of you, you're like, fuck you, this shit doesn't fucking work. And for you, it won't work because your point of view creates your reality, which, by the way, is totally okay. I don't have a judgment of you having that point of view. I just want you to know what that point of view creates. Fuck you creates fuck you. So when you believe it won't work, guess what? You're right. Whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you are correct. Oh, you're so powerful. I love it. You're brilliant. Okay, so gather the energy between your hands of everything that you can now change and all the stuff and all the energy that can be contributed to you to change it, because it's a really big universe. And on 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And now on 4, because 3 changes the past. Anything before this moment can be changed with a 3. And now on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.